I found the batteries that you can still buy on Amazon and eBay. It's pretty much isolated to these four. There's a couple no names out there, but I'm going to go through these and show you which one's the best. So left to right. This is the worst. Slightly better, although still useless. Much better, and God tier pretty much. The first one is Instant. It just says battery pack on it. I actually have a different one from them that says Instant on it. So if you find one that says Instant or has no name whatsoever, there we go. It's got no name whatsoever. Don't buy it. This one just says battery pack that says Instant. The reason they're open is because I got this one, thought there was something wrong with it, something disconnected inside. I opened it up, checked the connections, everything's fine. Taped it back together. It didn't work. This one that is labeled with the Instant logo and name, I did the same thing. I opened it up, everything was fine. This one will charge. It'll only hold the charge for about 10 minutes after like 8 hours or so, but it won't boot the PSP up. So it's pretty useless. And so 2-in-1, don't get those. This one is a Sony one. Now this would have been good back in the day when the PSP was brand new. These were amazing batteries, and I actually had a few of these. The problem with getting these today is that, if you can see that on the camera, they've burst, they've popped, they've swollen, they're no good. You don't want to charge these again if they're big, because they can blow up, and if you put them in your PSP they can damage the thing. These I would not buy unless you can find a new one that's never been charged. I don't know if they came out of the box from the factory with a charge or without, but buy one. If it's not puffy, try to use it. If it's puffy, don't even mess with it. It can mess up your PSP. The next one is one I got I think a year and a half ago or so. Now this one you can actually find on Amazon. And Amazon has a couple reliable sellers, so I wouldn't even go to eBay for this one. You can find this in a few retro stores. There's two here in the Pacific Northwest I've found, at least in Tacoma, where I live, that sell these. So you can actually buy these in person. Make sure they say KMD. That's actually a decent brand, I found out. And this is for the fat PSP. And this one can hold the charge. When I first got it, it was, I think 6 hours or so, and it's held up pretty good. Charge it every few days, use it for a while, recharge it, and of course batteries like this, they go south over time. And that's exactly what happened to this one here, the Sony, official Sony one. But it's actually holding up pretty good. This one's holding up pretty good, so I would highly recommend this, and for under $10 pretty much everywhere I've seen it. Just make sure it says KMD. They've got a newer model out. I don't know if they sell this old one anymore, but this thing works amazing. And recently somebody on eBay has put this up. This is an actual Sony PSP battery, and it's for the Slim, for the newer ones, and it does actually fit in the PSP 1000, although you can tell they are, this one's thicker, but it's got the notches on the bottom. Get those in my hands. It's got the notches. It will hold, and unless you mess your PSP around a bunch while you're playing, then this one won't come out. Now it is Sony, and it does hold the charge very well. Now when I first got it, I made sure to open it up and pop it into my PSP and make sure that it didn't have a charge already, because if it did, then who knows, it could have popped, although I would have seen that on the side. But it had zero life in it, apparently. It didn't boot up, didn't do anything. The light didn't even turn green, orange, nothing. Did nothing. So it looks like somebody's found a stash of these on eBay that has never been used or charged at all. So I would honestly go with this as being the best one, the Sony one, and I'll show you the packaging it came in. And I'll grab that right now. Oh no, okay, I found it. I thought I'd lost it. It actually comes in this blister pack. Says stamina. Now the milliamps are quite a bit less than the original ones. Those are 2200, and even the KMD is 2600 right there. So this is quite a bit less. I mean, the voltage is still the same, obviously, but the milliamps is 1200. So when you find it, I haven't seen these on Amazon yet, but eBay does have quite a few. There's one seller I know for sure. I saw a second one pop up recently. I can put a link to in the description to the one I got it from, and just the blister pack opens up nicely. And hopefully this is a Sony one. It came with this warning: is there data on the unit? The reset is easy. It's something about a iPod, so that's irrelevant. It came with that for some reason. I think the seller got that mixed up, but yeah, if it looks like this, I highly recommend it, and it was under 10 bucks. Shipping was a couple dollars. So this would be the one to get. Oh, there we go. Set it there. That would be the one to get. That's my number one choice. But a very, very close number two is the KMD battery. So if you can find this one and not the actual Sony one, then yeah, I'd go with that. Or just buy both of them if you got a couple spare bucks and give them a try. Thanks for watching. Like the video if you like the video, subscribe to see more of my ramblings, and press thumbs down if I suck.
Thank you, please.